Hey, baseball fan, time for a little self-care and a few minutes of cardboard meditation. Welcome to the show that features some of baseball's oddest stories and the cardboard slabs that document them. Find peace and joy through baseball cards with your host, the big guy.
It has gotten a little chilly here in Michigan. Wet too. A lot of rain going on and off. It feels like fall. Smells like it outside too. Had to get my sweatshirt out. Anyway, as of the recording of this video, it is September 25th. You might be watching it sometime in March, I don't know. But on September 25th, we celebrate the birthday of Johnny Sain. I wanted to share this with you because I am a huge Johnny Sain fan. And it goes back to when I was a young boy. And my dad was telling me about Denny McLain, because it was about 69, 70 at that time when my dad was telling me this. He had talked about how Johnny Sain was the pitching coach that really helped Denny McLain reach that pinnacle of 31 wins. And my dad loved McLain and my dad loved Johnny Sain. So it kind of stuck with me. And I just remember as I got older, I picked up cards of Johnny Sain and kind of watched and listened to all the great stories people told of him. And there are great stories regarding Johnny Sain. And the story here, and I'm going to show you some cards in a minute and some other things as well, is that he when he graduated from high school, down in Havana High School in Arkansas. He was a 17-year-old right-hander, and he went and signed a Class D contract with the Boston Red Sox for $5. It just made me think of the coach pulling a $5 bill out of his pocket. Here, go play some baseball. Well, his professional debut came in 1936 with the Osceola team of the North Arkansas League. And he gave up a home run to his very first batter. That's not a good thing. That's not how to start your career. He settled in. He won the game. He finished 5-3 that year with a pretty respectable ERA of 2.72, I would say. He bounced around the minor leagues for quite some time into the late 1930s. And he spent some quality time with the Newport Cardinals. And that's where he became not just known for his pitching, but also his hitting. In 1939, his win-loss record was 18-10 with an ERA of 3.27. And he hit .315 and had 2 home runs with 20 RBIs. That's respectable. So the story here I don't truly understand. I think it's probably going to be something that might crop up in another cardboard meditation video. Is back in 1940, Commissioner Kennesaw Mountain Landis declared 91 Detroit Tigers free agents. The prospects, they were prospects, and he said that you guys can take off, go sign with whoever you want to, because he said that the Tigers had some irregularities in the farm system. So Johnny Sain, he was one of those 91. So he took off, and within 2 years, he'd finally break through to the major leagues. Now, Sain made his debut with the Boston Braves. It is one of my favorites of his. 1952 Bowman. It's a beautiful card. I kind of like the 51s better because I don't like the block up there. You know, I like it with just the fake autograph, but I do like this card. It's a nice card. Anyway, at that point, after signing with the Boston Braves, he had to go to war, and he enlisted in the Navy, and he trained as a pilot, and then he spent 3 years in the service, and he would also train other pilots. So he was a teacher even then, and the experience just allowed him to rest his arm for a little while. It also allowed him to kind of sharpen his mind because he studied aerodynamics as a pilot. And, you know, he always thought about that aerodynamics and the spin of the baseball. So he kind of merged the two things together. And he learned mastery of the spin of a baseball and movement. And his curveball became just about unhittable. And he earned the nickname, the man of 1,000 curves. Well, After the war, Johnny returned home, 1946. He was a different pitcher. He was stronger. He was smarter. He was more confident. He quickly established himself as one of the National League's premier hurlers. And he teamed up with left-hander Warren Spahn to form one of the greatest pitching duos in baseball history. And I want to show you something here. Hold on just a minute. It's worth it. It's an autographed picture that I have that shows these two guys. And you've probably seen this photo or something like it that has the Spahn and Sain Pray for Rain thing on it. We'll go over that in just a moment. But I wanted to show you, this is when he teamed up with Warren Spahn, and everything else sparked legend. So his first year, 1948, he won 24 games and 28 complete games. He had a league-leading 280 innings pitched. He was the runner-up in the MVP award to Stan Musial. How are you going to beat him? And he helped the Braves go to the pennant. And that September, a sports writer named Gerald Hearn, this is where that poem comes in, summed it up best with a line that became baseball folklore. And we're quoting this. It says, "First will you Spahn, then will you Sain, then off a day, followed by rain." That's the correct quote for that poem. Spahn and Sain Pray for Rain. You know, the rhyme just captured their dominance. Because in just 12 days that month, Spahn and Sain combined for 8 straight wins. And that carried Boston into the World Series. So over 11 major league seasons, Johnny Sain won 139 games, posted a 3.49 ERA, and proved himself to be one of the most durable starters, and later, with the Yankees, a dominant reliever. And I'll show you those. This is a neat card because he looks so young here, just like a little fella. You know, he led the American League in saves with 22 in 1954. He also remained a threat at the plate because he batted a .245 lifetime with 3 home runs and more than 100 RBIs. His true legacy, though, probably came to baseball after his playing days when he became a coach. I want to show you this other card here with the Yankees. This is part of the Topps Legends certified autograph issue. It's a replica of his 52 card, and it's signed at the bottom. It's a real signature. You know, other coaches, you know, when he became a pitching coach, other coaches of the 50s and 60s, what they really did is they just made their pitchers run. They ran every day. They worked on mechanics and conformity. And Sain said, wait a minute, why don't we do this? Every pitcher is unique. Let's just listen to them, adapt to their strengths, and above all, keep them throwing. That's what he wanted to do. And that's what he did. This is another quote from Sain. "You don't run the damn ball to home plate. If running did it, they'd look for pitchers on track teams." That's probably true. Instead of wind sprints, Sain had his pitchers throw every day to keep their arms strong, and he introduced pitch charting. Now, that's having the next day's pitcher carefully record sequences, learning from both teammates and from the opponents. It's a standard practice. It's even done today. But it all started with Johnny Sain. He was also an inventor. He experimented with an apple and a broken car antenna, and he inserted the antenna through the apple, and he just watched it spin on the axis of that antenna. And he devised a training tool that allowed pitchers to study spin and replicating the rotations of curveballs and sliders. He patented the device and sold it himself. Here's a sales piece from back in the day when he did it. And that's actually the a real device that he created. The results spoke for themselves. During the 1960s, 5 of the 10 American League pennant winners were guided by pitching staffs that were led by Johnny Sain. He helped Whitey Ford reinvent himself. He mentored Jim Cott, Mudcat Grant, Jim Perry. They all turned into 20-game winners. And he was the steady hand, like I had said earlier, to Denny McLain in 1968 with that 31-win season. And he became, the last 30-game winner in modern baseball. Now, his pitchers, they loved him. Absolutely loved him. He stuck up for him. Even in contract negotiations, he urged them to climb those golden stairs. That's what he said, to the front office and demand fair pay. Now, as you can imagine, that's something that didn't always endear him to management. More than once, when Sain was fired after disagreements with the manager, the team's pitching staff collapsed, and soon the manager was gone too. But to the men on the mound, Sain was a mentor and a protector and a genius. Now, I wanted to show a couple other really nice Johnny Sain pieces that I have in my collection. And this is one of those Sunday issues that they used to put in the newspapers, and it's Parade magazine. And this is him when he was playing for Boston. Wondering how many pitchers are going to win 20 games. And there is an autograph down below. I love this picture. Kind of looks like spring training. The other thing that's really neat that I love to death, and it's probably my favorite thing, is an autographed baseball. It's an older ball. It's got that Jackie Robinson insignia on there. So it's like the 50-year anniversary of that. But it says on here, in a war benefit game that they did, for the war effort, last pitcher to face Babe Ruth at Yankee Stadium, July 28th, 1943. That's one side of the ball. Flip it around to that insignia of Jackie Robinson. First pitcher to face Jackie Robinson, 4/15/1947. So that was Jackie's first day up. Johnny Sain was the pitcher. Then you get here on the sweet spot. Across the top, it says 9 World Series, 6 World Champs. Right across the top. It has his autograph. And then, of course, pray for rain. I love this ball. He spent some time putting all those, statements on there and the autograph and the statistics. It's a great ball. From Havana High School to the big leagues. From giving up a home run to the first batter he faced in pro ball to retiring Babe Ruth in his final at bat and becoming the first pitcher to face Jackie Robinson. From Spahn and Sain and Pray for Rain to reinventing the very art of coaching pitchers. Johnny Sain, his career was nothing short of remarkable. A winner, an innovator, and a man of 1,000 curves. Happy birthday, Johnny. How about a like, subscribe, and comment? I'd love that. Talk soon.
Cardboard Meditation helps set your mind right. Thank you for watching. Show us your appreciation by clicking the like and subscribe button. Ring the bell while you're at it so you'll know when we upload a new story.